Essentially what they're doing is they're letting you try before you buy. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, it's... Hey everybody, my name is Tyler, aka Spartan Snyder, and well, technically I'm in the process of editing the video that you're watching now. And while I was editing this video, I realized that there's just way too much information in this, and nearly half of it's already been covered by other creators. So instead of making this a 30 to 45 minute video with information you've already heard, I'm instead going to be expanding on some of the topics in the last video that I feel I didn't give enough attention to. Mainly the Android TV for cloud gaming and the Access program. We're going to be diving in deep to both of those topics, and hopefully I can shed a little bit more light. So sit down, strap in, and let's get to it. This video's kind of out of the normal for what I've been doing lately. It's nothing Halo related, but I think there's a lot of value in it. So stick around and we're gonna get started. First, I want to kind of touch on one thing that I didn't really cover in the last video, which was while you can cloud game on an Android device, I mentioned it, you can cloud game on your Android TV. There's not a whole lot of Android TVs out there, at least not from what I can see. But there is a way that you can make it work. I actually found an article that you can take a Raspberry Pi and turn it into a little streaming box that plugs into your TV and it gives you Android TV. Essentially, you can build your own, I don't want to say console, but I'm going to call it that. You can essentially build your own Android TV console that you can dedicate for Xbox gaming. So I'm going to link the article down below. If that's something that interests you, give it a look, follow the instructions exactly. It's really not that complicated, and you could potentially have an Xbox console for like $60. Although I would caution you to go check out my last video. I'll put it right up over here. It kind of goes into some of the pitfalls of cloud gaming. Hopefully they'll be fixed here in the next few weeks, but yeah, it's an option. Moving right into the Xbox consoles. Now, Xbox has the tradition of announcing their consoles and releasing them, every few years or so. This year, though, they did something that was, well, not expected. They're not giving us one console, they're giving us two. We get the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S, and I'm pretty sure you've seen a bunch of videos about this, or you've seen it all over social media, but I'm going to go ahead and go over it anyways because I think it's important, and it kind of gives you all of the tech news that we have in the middle of September for all of the resources out there, both console as far as Xbox goes and PC gaming. Now, the Xbox Series X is the most expensive console that Xbox is releasing at $500. They also announced the Xbox Series S at $300. The main difference between the two is that the Xbox Series S is a digital console. And what I mean by that is you get a physical console, but it's made primarily for you to be using digital copies of games. There's no disc drive included in the Xbox Series S, whereas with the Xbox Series X, you get that disc drive, which allows you to play your hard copy games, your disc games on the console. Both consoles are said to be backwards compatible, even as far back as to Xbox 360 games. And we know this because you can play Xbox 360 games that are on Game Pass, so for sure those games are going to be backwards compatible. I'm not sure if it's every single game, so we'll have to see how that goes. But at least as far back as the Xbox 360 games that are currently on Game Pass, you can play not only those games on Game Pass itself, but you can also play the disc version of those games, as well as the original Xbox games, and if they happen to change their format for disc going forward, which, let's be honest, everything seems to be moving to a digital media anyway, so I'm fairly certain this is a way Xbox is trying to kill discs. If they happen to change to a new style of disc, then it's going to be compatible with the new console. Now, there is a way that you could potentially get your Xbox for cheaper, and that's actually both consoles for a little bit cheaper. We're going to do the math real quick because it gets a little complicated, and while I'm good at math, I know there are some people that aren't. You can get into the Xbox All Access program. What this does is it essentially allows you to finance the purchase of your Xbox. When I looked it up on their website, it wasn't clearly obvious if they're actually charging an interest rate or not, so it may not be a finance program. It may be more of a rent to own sort of program, but in any case, we're going to go ahead and go over all the numbers real quick to show you that the all access, if it's the way that my numbers work out to be, if it's the way that I'm thinking and there is no interest rate, it's actually not a financing program, it actually lets you get the consoles for cheaper. The Xbox Series S you can actually get for about $60 cheaper, and the Xbox Series X you can get for about $20 cheaper. Now, the way we're going to look at this is the Xbox All Access program is a financing program for 24 months. It allows you to pay a flat rate per month for 24 months to essentially pay off your console. For the Xbox Series S, it is $24.99 or $25 a month. For the Xbox Series X, it is $34.99 or $35 a month. The All Access program for the entire 24 months includes a subscription to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which includes Xbox Live Gold and EA Play for free. Both of those are on their own a $15 value. It's usually $10 a month for Xbox Live Gold and an additional $5 for EA Play. All of that is wrapped into the Game Pass program itself for $15 normally a month. So, the way that I looked at this is I'm currently paying for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate on my own. I play games on PC and I play games on console, so it benefits me to have that games both available on both consoles and to have Xbox Live Gold included, so that I don't have to worry about it. I pay that fee every month. However, when you subtract that fee, we're just going to round it up to whole numbers here to make our life easier. Normally it's $14.99 a month for Game Pass Ultimate. I'm just going to say $15. When you round it up to $15, the Series S, which you're paying about $25 a month for, if you subtract that $15 from it, you're only really paying $10 a month for the console. Over the course of 24 months, you're paying essentially $240 over the course of that 24 months for this console. Normally, if you're buying it, it's $300. So that's where you're saving $60 by getting into the All Access program. Now, on the Series X, it's a little bit different, but again, you're still saving $20 over the 24-month period, and you're doing that because the console is a $500 console. But by getting into the All Access program, it's $35 a month for 24 months. But if you take out that money that you're paying for the Game Pass Ultimate, which is $15, in reality, you're only paying $20 for the console over 24 months, which is $480, which allows you to save, again, $20 over the course of the 24 months. Now, it's not a humongous savings, but it still is you getting the console for less than what you're essentially buying it outright for, and then it's continuing to pay the $15 a month for Game Pass Ultimate. So, and again, this is based purely off of the speculation that there is no interest rate attached to the purchase of the console itself. If it works out the way that we just did our numbers, and you're thinking about getting a new console, my recommendation is to get into the All Access program. Do your research on it first. I couldn't find anything on it, but do your research to verify the information that I'm giving you is accurate. And if it's not, please, down in the comments, let me know. I can provide an update later or in a different video, so that way we can clarify all this. I really don't want to spread false information, but I wasn't able to find anything about an interest rate or any other sort of financing. I think they just called it that. Getting back to what I was saying though, I recommend you do this because you're saving money over the course of 2 years. I think that's the incentive of people getting into the All Access program, because it does two things for Xbox. Not only does it get people onto their consoles for a cheaper price, because most people are used to paying a monthly fee for things. We pay a monthly fee for our streaming platforms like Hulu and Netflix. Some of us, like me, pay for YouTube Premium. We've got people out there that pay for premium access on Spotify. They pay for premium access. Some people even pay for premium access and live TV on various different platforms like YouTube and Hulu. So we also are paying for things like Disney Plus. It's a commonplace now for us to subscribe to these monthly things, because it doesn't give us the appearance that we're paying a large sum of money out of pocket. And in reality, you're not. You're not paying a horrendous amount of money at one time. It gives Xbox an edge in the gaming realm because they can get more people, they can acquire more customers, not only getting their console, but also getting their game subscription service. And Essentially what they're doing is they're letting you try before you buy. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, it's their Game Pass software. You're already paying $25 a month for the console and the software. And after 2 years, you lose your free subscription to Ultimate. So, if you're used to paying $25 a month over the course of 2 years, why wouldn't you just save an extra $10 and just continue subscribing to the Game Pass Ultimate? Because you've already got who knows whatever else games are coming out. I mean, Halo Infinite's coming out, and it's going to be on Game Pass Ultimate here in 2021. So that's one brand new game that a lot of people are going to be attracted to. And if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you can also cloud game if you have an Android device, and I talked about it again in the last video. It could potentially be coming to Apple products, so your iPads, your iPhones, and even your Mac computer. Xbox is trying to corner the market on this, and so by letting you get Game Pass Ultimate for free, they're essentially guaranteeing that you're going to want to keep all of your games and all of your progress on those games after the course of 2 years. And so therefore, you've already been paying a monthly subscription. Why wouldn't you just continue paying it for basically the rest of your life? Because that seems to be the way things are moving. So yeah, if you're looking to get a new console, get into the All Access program. I don't see any downsides to it right now, unless there's an interest rate, and if someone finds it, like I said, please put it down in the comments, because I'd really like to see what it is. If it's a horrendous interest rate, or if it's based on your credit score and you got bad credit, maybe put some money aside, buy the console outright. But if there's no interest rate, if they're not going to charge you a, I don't know, 10% per year or a 10% APR, then you might as well just go ahead and get into the All Access program. Essentially, you're getting the console for a reduced rate, and you're getting Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for free. So you're saving even more money than if you bought the console outright and paid for Game Pass Ultimate. I didn't run the numbers on it, but some quick napkin math at $15 a month, you know, at 10 months is $150. If we add the next 30, we're talking like $180 a year for Game Pass Ultimate at $15 a month, which is what, 260? Is that right? Or is it 360? Nope, 360. $360 for 2 years, plus the cost of the console, at $300 at your initial purchase. I mean, yeah, you're into it for like $600. If you bought the Series S, you're in that, almost $900 if you bought the Series X over the course of 2 years if you bought the console outright and then paid for Game Pass Ultimate. So you're saving a ton of money over 2 years by getting to the All Access program. If that doesn't convince you, I don't know what else will. Now, I want to say this, I'm not sponsored by Xbox to say this. I just happen to love the brand and have been an Xbox fan basically my entire life. Mainly because of Halo, because you can only play Halo on Xbox and now Windows 10, so this is why I'm not really pushing it that hard, but providing the most information on it. It's if the value of the All Access program doesn't sell you on this is the best thing for you, I don't know what else is going to do it. Yeah, I think that's going to do it. If you like the video, if you gained any knowledge or experience from this video, please hit that like button. Leave a comment, let me know what you thought. Again, if you find any information that is wrong in this video, let me know down below. I want to know what I got wrong, if anything at all. Hopefully everything is right. If you get any information that you think would be beneficial to anyone else in the community, please leave those down in the comments below as well. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more videos. I've got more videos across my channel. Hit that bell icon so you get notified when I post new videos. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one. I think that's gonna do it.